Alright, people. So this is the very first video that I'm ever making that's this serious. And it may not be serious to you, to be honest, but it's really serious for me. I'm doing something that's very, very difficult, but I've come to terms with it now, and I'm just, telling people because that's what makes me feel comfortable. So I just wanted to say that I am dream sexual. Now, it may come to be like very shocking to some people because you would think like, oh, what's dream sexual? Dream sexual is a sexuality for when you are attracted to the content creator Dream or feel a strong connection to him. So, for people who may be involved in the LGBTQ community, this is something that's actively being pushed back that is genuinely horrifying. Like, it's scarring to know that, somehow the same community that is meant to be accepting of everyone is, suppressing dream sexuals, for example. And it sucks because I know that this is gonna get a lot of hate because we're generally a really suppressed community, and I feel like we should be, part of this huge community that is accepting of people because we all go through hard times, whether you're gay or lesbian or pansexual. I mean, but that's not all. That's just one of the eggs in the basket right now. There's a lot more that I gotta say. So I'm also coming out with new pronouns as well. So yeah. Yeah, I got new pronouns, or maybe, I don't know. All I know is that I'd be very comfortable being referred to as. Before I go into it, I basically have neo pronouns. Now, if you don't know what that basically means neo pronouns are a category of new, or brackets, neo, pronouns that are increasingly used in place of she, he, or they when referring to a person. Some examples include they, them, zer, they, her, hers, and a, em, er. Now, none of these examples are my pronouns currently. So my pronouns are actually thon, thons, thon, self. So, for example, if you're referring to me in the comments, you'd say, oh wow, thon was so funny. And this shouldn't be confused as a name. If you're going to refer to me by a name, it's less. Generally, I just feel very comfortable coming out with these pronouns. I believe they're best suited and best comfortable for me. I was actually pondering about other pronouns before I came to the decision to use thon, self, and thons. The pronouns I was pondering before this one was Nick and GA, but for obvious reasons, I couldn't use it. If you've somehow been living under a rock and don't know the obvious reasons, it's because it doesn't align with my star sign. Like, as you guys should know, I actually haven't said this, but I'm an axolotl. Now, this is because I'm born on a leap year. I'm born on the 35th of March. Now, it's really unique because only 1 in 10 billion people are born on this day, and it makes me feel, like, really special. So, I'm an axolotl. That is my star sign. I haven't really met anyone like that because, like I said, being born on the 35th of the March is just a really unique day. It doesn't happen often. I mean, but yeah, just one thing though. Dude, if you're a Capricorn, like, unsubscribe right now. Like, just don't, Like, right now, our moons, like, at this position, at this specific time every day, like, our moons just don't align, and our moons are basically fighting. I'm talking like your Dark Souls 3 character versing Yorm the Giant. Except Exologouses are Yorm the Giant, and we're just wrecking you guys. But yeah, anyways. Please do unsub if you're Capricorn. I really hate you guys, and all that jazz. Oh yeah, and big news for the channel as well, specifically for the channel. We're releasing NFTs. We're releasing Pink Sheep NFTs. They are the new move. I absolutely recommend it. I actually made these NFTs by myself. Only one of these NFTs spent up to like 12 hours to make. And it's such an encapsulating artistic thing that I'm now investing myself into drawing and being able to sell it on a blockchain, you know? I mean, generally though, I would highly recommend NFTs. I own like 50 Bored Apes. I mean, 50 Bored Apes sounds like a lot, so it's like, hey, Liz, where'd you get the money? And I just, I got a bit of loans, but it doesn't really matter because after like a few weeks, when the value of these Bored Apes starts to go up, I'll be able to pay those back and still have like 10 times the amount that I spent. So yeah, that's generally fine. Oh yeah, speaking on the pink sheep NFTs, I'm officially coming out as a furry. I mean, as much as I am a furry and am attracted to other furries, I'm just mostly more dream sexual. Like, dream is still the move. I mean, but like, little insight on a weird fetish I have. So you know how like in dream hunts, dream is killing sheep. It really just turns me on, and I don't think it's odd because because of the connection of the fact that I'm a furry, I'm a sheep. It makes sense. Man, it's nothing to be ashamed of at all. Like imagining myself in that position where I'm just getting, you know, slapped while eating some grass. Like, dude, if I could just get myself into that position with Dream, that would be a dream come true, pun intended. Like, it's the most seductive thing ever. I mean, but as much as I am dream sexual, I am still attracted to other genders. I mean, and to be honest, my standards are a bit high, but if you don't look like this character, then just don't talk to me. Just don't. I actually went to the store the other day, and there's this one specific spot that I always park by the parking, and it's like the closest to the entrance so that I'm able to like get in and get out easily, obviously. But yesterday when I went to the store, my parking spot was taken. It was a Toyota Corolla. So I just waited there because the audacity to do that was just over the charts, dude. I park there all the time. Everyone should like know this. Like, why would you park there? So I waited there. I think 30 minutes, give or take. And after that amount of time, some guy came out and he looked like he was 30 years old or something. Maybe even 50, 50, 40 maybe. And then he just all of a sudden started shouting at me. And like, note, I'm still in my car too. Like telling me to move the hell away using like hard profanity. And I'm just like, why are you attacking me? Like, you took my parking spot. Now, note too that like it's 4 a.m. in the morning. So there was like the parking was empty at this time. So he could have parked anywhere else, but he decided to park at my parking spot. So he started shouting at me and stuff, telling me to move my car because also note this, I blocked his way from coming in from the front, and there was a wall at the back. This was like underground parking. And he just kept shouting at me and stuff, and I felt super duper offended. I ended up moving my car a little bit too much, and then he managed to get away. I actually called 911 because it was so bizarre. Like, as if I was in the wrong. It's so stupid. After that honestly just ruined my day. Like, I went home and I was just like posting on Snapchat that this guy took my parking spot and it really made me feel down and like none of my friends texted me at all. Like I was on the verge and on the edge of ending it all and like none of my friends texted me at all. Like I have such fake friends, it honestly sucks. Like I'm always there for my friends, whatever the case is, man. But as soon as I need help at 4 a.m. in the morning, no one's there. Like, what the heck, dude? I mean, but to cheer myself up, I then fired up some Genshin Impact. And I'm a Ayaka main, so it's all nice and good. But then yeah, I think I grouped up with some people, and I grouped up with this other guy. He sounded like he was really new to the game, so I just like decided to try and help him out. And he was like this other character who I wanted to play, but I couldn't afford to buy for at the time. And this character is female, by the way. So then I asked the guy, I think it was like a boy, I think around maybe 11, dude. Sounded super young, but I was showing him the ropes. And I was asking him to just climb this wall because climbing is one of the mechanics in the game. and there'll basically be voice lines for the Genshin Impact characters. Now the moaning voice lines from Barbara, basically a healer in the game, they just sound so hot, dude. Then after like 20 minutes, the kid was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I need to go off. It's like, okay, what the hell? Like, I need this, but you're not helping. Like, dude, I have depression. What the heck? So then I decided to ask this kid to like give me his number so then we could talk into like the DMs and stuff. And anyone who thinks it's weird for a 35-year-old man to talk to an 11-year-old kid, like, just shut up. Like, why are you so stereotypical? Like, not all men are weird, okay? Not all, not all 35-year-olds are weird or something. Like, dude. So then I told the kid I was really sad, and he was, like, empathizing. And then I said I would feel better with some nudes, and the kid was telling me no, so I was just like, okay, what the hell? The next message I sent was 192.108.68.68.435. And then he blocked me. It's just like, okay, I mean, like, what the heck? I mean, like, yeah, I doxed you, but it's not like I was gonna do anything else. Just send me the nudes, dude. At this point, I was really at a very low point, and this was around, like, now it's around 7 a.m. at this point. I then sent my best friend a picture of me cutting myself. Well, a picture of me with a knife to my wrist, because I really needed help at this point. And I asked for help, and so just to test our relationship, I thought like, okay, fine, let me go get some ketchup from the kitchen, and then just pour it on my wrist. And then I snapped him a picture of my wrist, and and I was like, what you made me do, like the Billie Eilish song, basically just looping that part over and over again. I then proceeded to draw some My Hero Academia art. At this point, I think it was maybe 9 a.m. It's still pretty early. It's like 9 a.m. in the day at this point. I finished my Bakugo X Midoriya drawing. Basically the characters from the anime My Hero Academia. And like, I really ship them. Like, I know that they're in high school, but that doesn't mean I can't ship them, right? There's nothing bad about the Rule 34 either, guys. Like, it doesn't matter, because on all these sites, they say, hey, everyone that's presented here is above 18. So I don't know why people get triggered over it. It's so dumb. I then posted it on my TikTok, and it got a massive amount of views, and it got a bunch of likes, too. Professional and honestly the best dancers, like Charlie D'Amelio and Addison Rae, they commented on my video saying great. Like it's great to know that people are recognizing and acknowledging the talent that I have, and it makes me feel better because I always feel like I'm not talented for this. I'm not good at this. I do it for me, but hearing it from other people, it's great. Okay, I think I've just set up everything so I can come up with the next big thing. So, guys, I'm Trance Age. Now, if you don't know what Trance Age, that basically means, transitioning from one age to another. So you could be 50 years old and identify as a 12-year-old, for example. You could be 15 years old and identify as a 25-year-old. But that's just a couple of examples. So I now identify as a 16-year-old. I was originally 35, but now I'm 16. And I know that some people might get mad about the nude thing and asking an 11-year-old for nudes, but it's not like I'm old enough to be able to be legal for it to be considered pedophilism or anything. So like, relax. Okay, and as you guys know, well, I don't feel very comfortable going back and telling you. I don't think I should elaborate anything on that point. It's pretty straightforward. And I'm also transracial. So you guys didn't know this, but I used to be white. And I then took a test on Ancestry.com. Just for fun, I was by myself at the time. Because all my friends hate me and I hate myself. Hee hee. And I took the test and it said 0.1% African. And I came to a huge realization that I'm black. It explains all the times. And it really related to me, and I knew it from the get-go. Because it made sense because of all the times I said the N-word while playing Rainbow Six Siege, Dead by Daylight, Fortnite, Call of Duty, like all of that makes sense to me. Like, it just felt as if it was just natural instinct to me. I'm not gonna say it now because of the controversy surrounding it. Like, transracial is still a big thing that's being suppressed in this world and in our society. I don't want to go ahead and add fire and add wood to the fire type thing. Like, it would just always be the slip of the tongue. Like, for example, N-word, please. N-word, you're trash. Like, go play Uno or something. That's my N-word. Like, that's just a few examples of stuff I've said, but I've just said it throughout my life, and it makes sense. It's such a roll of the tongue, so I identify as black. Actually, I forgot to mention on the trans age thing. As much as, like, yeah, I can say that I'm trans age, it's still not enough. So now, as a community, we're going to court to basically be able to legally change our date of birth on our certificates, birth certificates. Yes, that's what they are, and on our IDs and stuff like that. And it's just a hard battle, but we'll make it through. And a lot of people have been asking me, like, what's my favorite song? And I say Thriller by Michael Jackson, and like a bunch of songs from Freddie Mercury. Basically, some old heads from like basically the 1950s to the 2000s. Like, I relate with their music so much, dude. And it just makes me feel as if I was really born in the wrong generation. So, like, if I could travel back in time, I would definitely go to definitely like 1939. Not only because the music is absolutely bombing then, but so was Hitler. I mean, as you guys should know, I am a heavy Nazi supporter. I mean, I don't often post about it on social media and stuff, but behind the scenes, like with my shopping carts in the store, on my car, in my room, you'll see a bunch of stickers of basically just like Hitler. I'm not going to go into it, but like swastikas, that Hitler drip, you know what I'm saying? Like, you catch the drift, basically. Dude, some guy in my comments on TikTok said that, like, yo, I think you have mental problems. This is just why I hate men. Like, men can get away with this stuff where they just say whatever they want and they're able to get away with it with no consequences whatsoever. Like, who are you to assume that I have mental problems? Why don't you check yourself first before you wreck yourself? And that's why you have no money. Like, dude, come on now. Trump and Biden have been the best presidents for America so far. Like, they're honestly, I believe, the best. I'm not really involved in politics, but just based off something I saw on Facebook, like it 100% has to, like 100% has to be like, yo, Biden and Trump are the big ones. Like with the Russian and Ukraine war currently, it sucks how like America is not helping at all. And like, I don't know why people get triggered that Ukraine's getting attacked. Like Ukraine's such a small, like it's such a small city. What does it matter? So what if you, like, dude, like, if you can give that land to Russians, they could really do something with it. And it doesn't really matter because they're all going to just stay there anyway. And people would be like, oh, but the reasons why the war started, who cares? Ukraine really just has to relax, sit down, and be humble. Like, it literally, if they just chilled out, been like, okay, I surrender, then all their buildings wouldn't have blown up, dude. Like, so what? Dude, only if I was this smart in school. I'd be getting A's, 80s, and 90s. My GPA would be over the roof. My overall year and term averages would just be over the roof. But I'm not like other people. I'm quirky, I guess. And everyone treats me the same. Back to the story with my best friend. The way they just blocked me, it's just like, I mean, I've dealt with this so many times. Everyone's a snake. Nobody likes me. I'm always the outlier. They just can't handle me, honestly. It sucks. Dude, it's so stupid because like most of the people that I've banned from viewing my TikTok account are men because they've just commented so much rude things. And like they call me the snowflake, even though the guy is just basically roasting what I've drawn. It's just like, hey, you try and draw two high school kids from an anime, especially like kissing, like the anatomy, the proportions, like that sucks. Depending on the angle too. Like give that a try and then come back to me, you know? Like, dude, you know what? You know it's my calming music, like the music that gets me just calm down. But I don't want to spam because I don't want to ruin how like calm it makes me. It's Jake Paul's Everyday, bro. Like he doesn't have a lot of monthly listeners on Spotify, but he really should. That song is so underrated. Like I know that was one of his like big songs, but it's still so big for me. And even just the stuff that he's been pushing out recently, honestly, it should get more recognized because it's just so good, bro. You think Tupac, Biggie, J. Cole, like all these other rappers are good, dude? Listen to Everyday Bro by Jake Paul. It'll be life changing, I swear it. Oh, dude, that even reminds me of another story. So basically, I was at my normal store, okay, and you guys know I'm a little bit of a prankster. So I went to the store and I was at the wine aisle and I was making a TikTok basically me dropping wine bottles on every beat. It took a couple of retries, but I basically got it done eventually. Dude, I say that floor was soaked in dried grape. Like there was wine everywhere. And a lot of people were shouting at me too. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, what the hell? Because you. And then I'm telling these people, like, guys, I have trigger Like, let me just send you my list of trigger warnings because, shouting is very overwhelming for me. And the tension is just making me feel very uncomfortable. Like, this is not bothering you at all. And, like, just to add lemon to the wound, the worker came up to me and said that you're gonna have to pay for all of this. I'm just like, dude, are you dumb? Like, these people make me feel so uncomfortable and so down and so sad. And I'm not even really doing anything to them. I'm just recording my TikTok, dude. It's so dumb because now they said, hey, you realize you have to pay 8,000 euros in damage, right? I'm just like, but these guys are, harassing me. Can you find them instead? The heck? You guys are a big store. You can make this money back easily. Like, what the heck? Then I went to go buy some Starbucks. So then I went back to Starbucks because, I'm a material girl. And I'd ordered my usual. Well, I basically just went up to the guy and just said, like, hey, my usual. Then I went to go sit down. And like like literally 2 minutes passed, and I'm like, bro, where's my coffee? So I went back up to him and I'm like, okay, bro, what's going on? What's good? Like, where's my order? And he said, we don't serve the usual here. And I was like, what do you mean you don't serve the usual? Like, I've come here for like the past 5 years, bro. You could tell this guy's new too. So then I got mad and I just ended up starting to cry. And then I came to the mature conclusion that, you know what, it's fine. Let me just tell him my order and just get this coffee and leave and report this. So then I asked him for my quad long shot grande in a venti cup, half cup, double cup, no sleeve, salted caramel mocha latte with 2 pumps of vanilla substitute, 2 pumps of white chocolate mocha for mocha, and to substitute 2 pumps of hazelnut for tofu nut, half whole milk and half breve with no whipped cream, extra hot foam, extra caramel drizzle, extra salt, add a scoop of vanilla bean powder with light ice well stirred. And I had a free roll too. And he said it wasn't valid, so I was just like, bro, like, and he said because it expired back in 2015. I'm just like, it's a reward. What do you mean it expired? If you want to race, that doesn't expire. Like, what the heck? You get your trophy regardless, whether it's 5 years later, 10 years later, whatever. You won the race. And the bodyguard threw me out, and I'm like, okay, I cannot be bothered. Let me just go home, and I'm gonna report this. So then I got back home after done reporting it. I decided to cosplay. I then cosplayed as Harley Quinn, from the movie, hashtag woman role. And then I got an Omegle, and everyone was getting mad at my cosplay. They were all just commenting on the swastika on my shoulder. And I'm just like, dude, you can believe whatever you want to. Like, I'm just hard Nazi. It's my religion. Like, you can't just change that. So then I got off and yeah, I was done. I mean, but that's all I got for now. I mean, but if you accept me, then honestly, that's good. But if you don't accept me, then I hope your mom dies in a very terrifying car crash. But before that, I just hope you know that you're the contributing reason why no one's accepting anyone in society. And if you stay silent and you don't talk about the issues that, people of the LGBTQ plus community and every other community that's being oppressed, then you're just contributing to the problem. Yeah. Anyways, ciao.